There have been many leaders in history. Some good, some bad, some really bad. A good amount of these leaders fought in wars. In war, there is strategy, lots of it. In this video, I'm gonna figure out who was the greatest military leader of all time. Right off the bat, a few come to mind. Napoleon, Genghis Khan, Julius Caesar. There are so many leaders in war, so we're going to consider 3 factors: strategy, win count, and how well known they are. So starting with strategy, we have what I call the big 3 of strategy. We have Sun Tzu, Genghis Khan, and Alexander the Great. Sun Tzu had the high ground. Genghis Khan had his fast horsemen that he utilized in battle. And Alexander the Great would surround the flanks of his enemies. Out of these 3, Alexander the Great probably had the best. Although that doesn't mean that the other 2 aren't good, you know? They're still good strategies. It's just Alexander the Great is probably the best out of those 3. Next up, win count. The big 3 of win count is probably Napoleon, Alexander the Great, and one second. Khalid ibn al-Walid. I definitely said that wrong, so let's just call him Khalid. Now this is pretty easy to figure out. Just search up how many wins each one had and do the math. Alright, after doing the math, out of the 3, I'm saying this from top to bottom. No, sorry, bottom to top. We're gonna go from worst to best. Coming in at 3rd place, we have Alexander the Great with 16 wins. Now, I will tell you, I did search it up and it did say major wins, so that might not be considering smaller battles. Coming in at at 2nd, we have Khalid with 50 wins. And then coming in at number 1, we have Napoleon with 52 wins. Pretty close. So, I will note that both Khalid and Alexander had never lost a battle. So that is pretty good. But I will say that Napoleon is probably the best at a win count. Now we have the most well-known. The big 3 of this category is Alexander the Great, Napoleon, and Julius Caesar. Now, out of those 3, Alexander the Great is the most well-known, being regarded as one of the best military leaders. Now, tally up all those, and you have your answer. The greatest military leader of all time is, drumroll please, Alexander the Great. Now, like I said earlier, this doesn't mean that all the other leaders aren't good. It just means that Alexander the Great is the best out of all of them. Now, I would like to thank you all for watching. This video took me a while to make. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button, and if you're feeling generous, a comment. Now, that is it for today's video. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.